I'm going to give some information about my trip that I just took to Salem, Boston, and Beverly, Massachusetts. So, of course, I got the hat there. I got this jacket from there. But first off, let's see. So, I'm going to start from the very beginning, and I'm going to try to stay on track and not chase rabbits. But you know how I am. So, we left Saturday and flew up there, and we had a rental car to pick up, which was quite the experience because we're at the airport and we're like, where are the cars, where's the car rental place, things like that. You actually have to get on a bus to get to the car rentals, which was kind of weird because usually they're like together in the same building and you don't have to do all that. So we had Enterprise, and so the bus was Blue Line 22, I think. We didn't realize that until we missed a bus, so we had to wait like a whole other like 15 minutes for another bus. Maybe not that long, but it kind of seemed like that. We finally got the car and started driving to our hotel, and so some of the roads in Boston and stuff like that do not have lines on the roads. So it's kind of like you have to use common sense and make up your own rules kind of thing. So so we were like in the dark. It was probably like 8 something or 9 something like that. I can't remember, but it was dark, okay? So we're like driving down the road and we don't see any lines. We don't know which way to go. Um, and then there's like a plate in the road, and there's this giant hole because this plate isn't covering it all the way, and we hit it. So we're like, oh shit, we're about to die. So we did mess up the wheel on that car, and it actually cut a piece of the tire off, which was kind of scary because we thought that the tire was going to pop, as we're on our journey. So luckily it did not the whole trip. Oh, that which was I'm very grateful for that. So let's see what else. So Sunday, we stayed all day in Salem, walked around, went in some shops. Um, no, I did not get this hat out of a shop. I will explain where I got my hat in a second. But let's see, what did we do first? I think we like walked around and looked at some shops and ate some good food. There was a lot of tents around because haunted happenings the whole month of October. They have stuff going on. You can look on hauntedhappenings.com and see like what you can do and places to eat and psychics and all kinds of stuff. You just have to get on there. It's a really cool website. So, could not find parking like anywhere. We had to go to the parking garage, which was very helpful, later on because um if you do find a parking spot like on the side of the road or whatever, make sure you have a lot of change because they have like the little meters that you put the coins in, blah blah blah. So we did not have any change, and I'm kind of glad that we didn't because we got in the parking garage. So let's see, I'm trying to think of other things to tell you about Salem because I don't want to like spoil everything like if you've never been there, but also I want to tell you like my side of things. So we did do a Salem witch trial tour. The lady was very knowledgeable about things that have happened in Salem. Apparently it was ergot. I think I'm saying it right. It's like a mold on the grain. So they were basically high, which is why they were hallucinating and seeing witches, things like that. Everyone was falsely accused. There were actually 2 dogs that got murdered because they were accused of witchcraft, which was kind of crazy and sad at the same time. Let's see. So I'm not going to give you all of the information that she gave us in the tour Because, like I said, if you ever go there, I don't want to ruin it for you. So, we also did a booze and brews tour. Now, I will say it was very interesting, and our tour guide is actually in the Hocus Pocus movie too. If you go to 18 minutes and you see a Willy Wonka, that is our tour guide, which was really cool to see and find out. And he was a really cool guy. He was very knowledgeable too. But I will say there was a lot of the same information with both, but there's also extra stuff with both too. So you get a lot of information, you see a lot of things. I actually got the hat at the Brews and Brews when I got my little drinky drink. So it was actually cheaper than actually getting it into a shop, which is kind of understandable, I guess. So I was going to get some shirts, a hoodie or something like that, but I was like, no, I'll just get the hat and I'll get this jacket. So yeah, it all worked out. So let's see, there were a lot of things going on in Salem, like tours and people kind of walking all over each other at one point, like lunchtime. That's usually when it was really busy. We got there about I want to say like 8:30 or 9, possibly 9:30. I can't quite remember. But it was really early. Like there wasn't hardly anybody there, but at the same time you couldn't find parking, but it wasn't like overly crowded like, oh my god, this is so overwhelming, I need to leave type of thing. Around lunchtime, that's when it got kind of busy. Everybody's out there eating lunch and walking around looking at things. There's a lot of vendors, a lot of like jewelry makers and people that make t-shirts and things like that. um, there was a lot of that actually. Let's see, there was a lot of other little artsy things too, but I didn't really pay attention too much to all that. Now, there was a lot of stores that I wanted to go into, but there were so many people in those stores that I was like, okay, let's just come back later. And then we didn't have time to come back later. So, so let's see. Now you have to go get a Salem Witch Trial tour. You have to do that. Now, I wanted to go to the Witch Trial Dungeon or Witch Dungeons. I think that's what it's called, Witch Dungeons, because it's like live reenactments of what happened during the Salem Witch Trials. I wanted to do that, but we didn't have time. So that's next time adventure. Let's see. Now, I did go to. Nope, I'm not going to skip ahead. I'm going to stick to Sunday. Okay, Sunday, we were going to go into the witch house. We didn't get a chance to do that. We did see it, though, on the tour, which was really cool. I think she said that 80% of that house is from that time. They had to, of course, fix some things because they had to move that house to another spot. I can't remember the reason why because I have ADD and I can't remember shit. But but I did see the cemetery where the main people were buried, things like that. Got to walk around and see that in the tour. I think you can buy like extra time or extra information. I think that's what she said. Don't quote me though. And you get a little bit more information and more time, things like that. You can go into the cemetery, but you have to pay for it. There is a wax museum that I wanted to go into, but didn't get a chance to because I was like walking around everywhere, looking at everything. So there's a park that I walked by, and there, when you get to the cemetery, I can't remember the name. You have to go to Pentagram, okay? You have to go to the shop called Pentagram, okay? They have magical oils, ritual candles, herbs and botanicals, occult books, handmade incense, ceremonial tools, sacred jewelry, events and classes, items crafted by local witches, and psychic and mediumship readings. So if you don't go there, I will beat you up. And you have to go talk to Leanne and Tim and tell them that I sent you, okay? You have to tell them that I said hi and you have to hug them for me. No, I actually got to meet Leanne for the first time and Tim too on Sunday. I actually got her and him to sign my book, Reading the Leaves. I was going to talk to Sandra Wright, but I could not find her. Plus, I didn't have time to go find her. So, um, I think she has like an online crystal store, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I did go to Gallow Hills. I could not find her shop on my GPS, but anyway, um, so if you go there, you have to go to Pentagram, okay? You have to go buy something, get a tarot reading or something. I got a tarot reading from Nicole in her shop. It was very awesome, very intuitive, very informational, very helpful. So I actually got to talk to Leanne. I asked her a lot of questions. She actually took a lot of time with me, even though I feel like she didn't really have to, right? But she probably stood there and talked to me for like 10-15 minutes. She signed my book, um, and she even took pictures with me and gave me a hug. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I got to talk to Tim. He's a really cool guy. You should talk to him too. He set up my tarot reading appointment. Very sweet people, very, very sweet people. And also my fiance got me this ring from there. Their crystal lady, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. But she is very knowledgeable about the crystals that they have and what they sell and what they do. And she's just very knowledgeable, like, about crystals. And I love her hair. So um yeah, so that is the information I have about Salem. A little bit more information. So if you decide to go to Salem, you should try House Witch. It's Haus Witch. You can find them on Instagram, I believe, possibly TikTok, but I know Instagram for sure. You should go in there. They have some really cool items in there, even maps of Salem. And let's see, they have other doodads too. So jewelry, incense, books, tarot card decks. Um, Very cool store. Let's see. Also, if you have to go to the bathroom, you might want to find like a hotel, possibly, but they have like porta potties everywhere. So if you are weird about that, then you might want to go before you get there and then hold it for a while. Because there's not really a lot of places where you can go, like the shops and stuff. They don't really allow like public restroom type thing, but just some information on that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, Omen is a very good store to go into. Um, yeah, Wicked Good Books. I wanted to go in there, but I didn't have time. It seemed really cool. I looked online. It's really cool. But yes, there are lines to get in stores. There's lines to get into the porta potties. I mean, there's lines everywhere, right? It was cool because it's like an amusement park, but also a really cool town to visit. So you just gotta go for it, right? I think it was really cool. It was fun, and I would definitely go back. And um, let's see, Monday. Let's go to Monday. So Monday, I'm trying to think of what we did. Oh, we actually went to Zodiac Tea Room. So this is another shop that Tim and Leanne have, and it's in Beverly, Massachusetts. Not too far from Salem. It's probably like 10 minutes, if that. But they do tarot, psychic mediumship, astrology, tea leaf reading, palmistry, and seances. They also have like a little gift shop in front with like books and other things like that. Um, Now, I did get a tea leaf reading with Tim. It was awesome, very intuitive. He included 3 tarot cards in this reading, and he was like spot on. I'm telling you, he was spot on with this stuff. Um, I didn't give him any information. Yes, he asked me my birthday, but that was about it. And then he just kind of took off with it, okay? So he's very honest, very straight to the point, blunt. If you like that, then go for it. I love that. I want to know all the details. I want all the honesty and all that good stuff. So very cool reading, very cool to see how tea leaf readings work in person. Yes, I've read the book, but it's different when you actually see it. I mean, you can watch a YouTube video too, but it's different, right? Like you get the warm fuzzy feelings with it. So um let's see. Let me jump back to Sunday. So Sunday we went to Direwolf Tavern and we got these matching jackets. Very cool restaurant, very good food, very good beer. So definitely try that out if you get to go. And there were a lot of street performers too. So if you're waiting on your table or something, you can just step outside and see street performers doing their thing. Made some friends. They were from New York. They were just kind of like picking on everybody that walked by, not in a mean way, right? Okay, but it was fun. Back to Monday. You know how I am. I chase rabbits. So Monday, let's see, what did I already say? Oh yeah, got the tea leaf reading, and we also talked to Good Mojo as a tattoo shop. And then we just kind of like walked around and went to a comic book store because we're nerds. Um, let's see what else. Oh, so my fiance loves hot sauce, and I forgot the name of the store. I'll have to look it up later. But had a lot of different sauces in there. They had like grenades and ghost pepper, whatever, just all the sauces, right? Well, I noticed while my fiance was looking around that, the owner and I guess his son or something like that, I don't really know. I didn't like introduce myself or anything. But they were outside the door looking on the ground. I'm like, what are they doing? So I go over there and I start helping them look for a screw that fell off of their door handle. Couldn't find it. It was like this tiny little microscopic black screw, and I'm like, I'm usually good at this, I promise. But we were leaving and walking away and things, and the guy was getting a box out of this truck. He's like, wait, come back in, please. We're like, okay, what's going on? Are we in trouble? Not really, but we go back in, and he's like, thank you for helping me look for that screw. And he gave us a 3-ounce jar of maple bourbon barbecue sauce. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And he's like, yeah, nobody's ever tried it. It doesn't even have a label on it yet. You're welcome to have it though. Since it's a 3-ounce jar, you'll be able to take it on the plane. So that was super cool. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to make some chicken wings and dunk this or mix it in or whatever. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. I'm super excited. So Tuesday, am I missing something on Monday? Yeah, we were going to get a tattoo on Monday, but I didn't like the ladies artwork. But you didn't hear me say that. I'm just super picky when it comes to tattoos. Like I want specific type of artwork, and it wasn't it. So very cool though. I mean, it was cool, just not my taste. Let's see, there's a little like, I'm trying to think of the word here. Like, I don't want to say balcony, but there's like this little balcony thing that you can walk to. Is 2 blocks away from Zodiac Tea Room and Good Mojo. So if you walk 2 blocks away, then you can see the ocean and kind of hang out. And you can see a couple of lighthouses and stuff like that. And we actually made some friends there too that lived there. It was two ladies dog sitting, and they were just kind of hanging out with like 7 or 8 dogs. I was like, oh my god, yay, friends and dogs. So we got to love on some dogs and talk to some locals. And let's see, where did they tell us to go? They told us to go to, of course, Salem. They asked if we went to Salem. We were like, yeah. And then somewhere else they said to go. I can't remember, actually. It was like down the road, and you'll see like some kind of like artwork or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but she didn't like have a specific name. She did say to go to something hill. Was it Gallows Hill? I think it was Gallows Hill, but we had already been there, and we were like, oh yeah, it's a cool spot. So let's see. Tuesday. Tuesday we went to Boston, and we're going to go whale watching. Actually, we did go whale watching on Tuesday. It was Monday that I'm thinking about. Monday we tried to go whale watching, but they had canceled it because the waters were rough or whatever. So Tuesday we actually got to go whale watching, and we got to see two whales breach. One of them like completely come out of the water, which was cool as fuck. Oh my god. I about peed my pants because I was so excited. Not really, but whatever. Um, let's see. We got to see the great grandma of all of the whales. We got to see the newest grandbaby of the whales. Um, the great grandma's name was Salt, and then the one that actually breached all of the way was Piano, and she had like marks from the boats and stuff that had like hit her or whatever, because they're super curious. And we had a bunch of them like underneath the boat, like being curious or whatever, and then they would come out and like swim and stuff like that. So it's a very cool experience. Very cool experience. um let's see, what else did we do that day? Oh, then we went back to Salem and we went to the Satanic Temple, which I thought it was going to be different. Okay, not gonna lie. I thought that it was going to be like this church looking thing or whatever, and you like go in and see all this cool stuff. But it was like an art museum. There was a statue of Baphomet, which was super cool because I love Baphomet. Um, you can take pictures except for one room, and you have to make sure that your flash is off. It looked like somebody's house, and it's kind of like on the outskirts of Salem, kind of, not really, like it's away from all of the main stuff, if that makes sense. So they do have porta potties there in the back right corner, that way you know where it's at. Now we were kind of confused, okay, because we were coming like this way, and then the building was on the left hand side. We actually did not see it. I think we were looking too hard, or we expected it to be like a church thing or whatever. So we actually parked on the right side at like this mechanic shop or whatever. We were like, where is this place at? And we look across the road, and there it is. And they have parking. So we kind of jumped over the little road there and got in their parking lot and parked. So very interesting, very cool artwork. Um, they have a gift shop as well. There were some things I wanted to buy, but I was like, no, better not. um, let's see, they have like the psychic, like stuffed animal things, or the person in there that you can put money into, and it'll like print you a little psychic reading or whatever. They have one of those, but it, of course, is Baphomet. Um, so of course we did that. Of course we had to. And let's see, what else did we do? We went to a lighthouse, but I did not, pay attention to the GPS. So we like parked in this abandoned parking lot, and then there's like this giant walkway across the water, or like in the middle of the water to get to the lighthouse, and I was like, man, I suck. So yeah. And then Wednesday we had to leave, and as soon as the plane took off to come back home, I cried my eyes out. So that should tell you how much fun I had. I had a lot of fun. Like, I will definitely go back in the future. And if you go to Boston, please go to this restaurant. It's like a deli or whatever, but it's called Max. So go there because their food is bussin'. And when we were at Max's that Tuesday morning, we made some more friends. Okay, so these people actually lived in South Carolina, basically the same area that we live in. And it's so weird. Like, we were talking about different areas and like, what did you do there? Like, whatever. And so they actually told us to go to Charles Street, I think that's what it's called. And it's kind of like 1800s type buildings and things like that. um I can't remember what else she said. She said to go to, I think, Runes, I think. Rune. Yeah, Rune. It's a restaurant apparently. And then Toscananos, I think that's the other restaurant she said. um I think it's like a Italian type place or whatever. So very cool that we made friends, very cool people. Now, I will say that everyone was nice there. Everyone, literally everyone was nice there. I did not meet a rude person there. Um, Whether it was just people in the crowd or people in the shops or whatever. Even the drivers were nice. Okay, here in the South, they are fucking crazy. Okay, sorry, but it's true. Um, let's see. So traffic was smooth. Yes, we did run into some wrecks and traffic, whatever, but it was so smooth. It wasn't like stop and go. It was like steady pace type stuff. Um, People let you over. People, were very understanding if you made a mistake. Like, let's say you were trying to get off of an exit. This is a actual example here. Let's say you were getting off of the exit and you were like, oh wait, this is the wrong exit, and then you would like get back into the highway or whatever. People just let you over. They did not, honk at you and scream at you and whatever else. They just let you over. They're like, oh, okay, you made a mistake, come on over. It's so nice. So the waitresses and waiters were nice. Just everybody was nice. Oh my god, it's like you could just say hey, and then it just starts a conversation. You have a new friendship. Like, I don't know. Anyway, now I will say, I think I've already said this, but um there's some places where there are not lines in the road, or they're there and you just can't see them. I don't know. But you have to use common sense or make up your own rules or follow somebody. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool, but it's kind of scary when you're not used to that, right? So let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else to tell you. Oh, so I think it was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Or no, Monday? Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember which day. We went into the clock tower in Boston because I love clock towers and clocks and things like that. I don't know why, but it looks like the Peter Pan clock tower, okay? And I was like, man, it'd be so cool if you could like go in there, or I wonder if it's a hotel or, whatever. So we looked it up. Okay, it's a hotel. Okay, and then I think like from floor 19 to like 25 or whatever is like the penthouse or whatever rooms, special rooms, whatever. Um, but we actually went inside this place. They have an observation floor, on the 26th floor to be exact. I think it's every day from like 2 to 2:30, which is kind of a short amount of time. I mean, come on now. Um, but we actually went in this place. We asked the lady, "Hey, we're visiting from South Carolina. We don't get to get out much, that type of thing. You care if we go up there?" It was like probably 5 something in the evening or 6 something in the evening. And she's like, "No, we've already closed down the observation floor or whatever. But you can go to floor 1 and look at the museum that we have on this place." We're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds cool." So we go to floor 1. We look at everything in the museum, right? You have to have a room key to use the elevator, and we use the stairs to get to the first floor. Our room key worked, and we went to floor 19 and looked out to the view or whatever. Um, Naughty, naughty, don't do that. But it was fun. And then when we were getting back into the elevator to go down to the first floor to cover our tracks, could have got caught because there was somebody that worked there. They got in the elevator with us and they're like, "Oh, how are you enjoying your stay?" We're like, "Great, it's great." So, yeah, that was quite the adventure. Quite the adventure. And we went to the first floor and dipped out as soon as we got to the ground floor or whatever from the stairs. So that was fun. Um, let's see. I feel like I am missing something, but I don't know. That is my adventure. It was very fun. Um, would I do it again? Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, yeah, I would so move there too. Oh my God. And I'm trying to think. I feel like there is something else we did, but I can't remember. I mean, I feel like we literally walked all over Salem. So I don't know. Let's see, restaurants. I'm trying to think of restaurants. There was a sushi place in Boston that was really good. Max, of course, was good. We went there twice. We went there Monday and Tuesday morning. Um, yeah, I don't know. But these are my recommendations: is the whale watching, the Salem Witch Trial tour, Booze and Brews if you like to drink. They do a bar at the beginning and close to the end of the tour. Um Definitely go to Pentagram. If you don't go to Pentagram, I will beat you up. Not really, but maybe. Um so also do a whale watching tour. Um it was very cool. So let's see. Go to the clock tower. Go there from 2 to 2:30. Okay, don't be bad like me and whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna say that's my recommendations. And you can look on haunted happenings on Google or whatever. They have like literally everything you can do on that website. I think you can even book like a tarot reading and stuff with people there or something like that. But yeah, so I am going to do something new. So I'm going to start doing this today. So between or when I'm not doing the full and new moon readings, I'm going to do a tea reveal. Okay. So this one is turmeric and black pepper tea. I feel like I have pulled this a million times. I think it's so funny that it's the first one that I'm revealing. So in a pot, simmer 4 cups of water. Add 2 teaspoons of black pepper and turmeric, grated or ground. Allow to simmer for 10 minutes, strain and cool for 5 minutes. And this is a cleansing tea, so I'm not going to drink much of this, okay? Because I don't know when I'll stay in the bathroom. So, but look at the beautiful color. Isn't it so beautiful? It's like yellowish, orangish gold. It's like fall in a cup. So I'm going to be doing this from now on until I go through the card deck. So you will be getting 2 teas a month. I will pull a card maybe a couple days before I make the video to make sure I have all of the things that I need to make the tea. So this is the turmeric and black pepper tea. This cleansing tea. So if you do not want to stay in the bathroom, then this is not the tea for you. Okay, it's kind of like aloe vera juice. It just detoxes your body, right? Like whatever toxic shit you got in there, it's gonna come out. So I'm gonna try this. I feel like it's going to be super strong. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be maybe bitter, kind of. Let's see. It smells good. It smells like pepper. Mm. Yeah, it's a little bitter. It's a little, yeah, pepper. um, it's good though. I mean, it's not like horrible. I would definitely drink this again for sure. But yeah, you can definitely smell and taste those herbs, the pepper and the turmeric. Definitely is. It's stronger once you swallow it. Yeah, yeah. The turmeric is a little chalky. Um, yeah, that is strong. Yeah, it gets stronger like the more you drink it. And yeah, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's good, but oh, yeah. So if you are interested in making this tea, I just gave you the recipe, so to speak, and how to make it. It is very good, but like I say, if you don't want to stay in the bathroom, don't drink this. It's not for you. So, yeah. This is fall in a cup, kind of. So, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. If there's something that you would like to see in the future, please let me know that as well, because I'm kind of at a standstill with what I want to do next because, I've been doing informational reading or informational videos about like the Sabbats and equinoxes and things like that. So, Samhain, which is coming up, is going to be my last one to give you guys. So I want to do something else for you guys, but I don't really know what to do. So that's why I kind of come up with the tea reveal every 2 weeks. That way I'm still giving you some information and you get to see the beautiful color of the tea and you get my reaction of trying the tea. Um, so yeah, um, that was my second idea, after the Sabbats and stuff. So I also thought about doing like meditations and maybe bedtime stories or maybe self-care practices to follow the moon phases. I think that's going to be my next bet is the self-care with the moon phases. So shoot me some ideas, tell me what you think. If there's something that you specifically want to see, I will be happy to, you know, work with you, so to speak. So just let me know something. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Blessed be.